All right, guys, we are getting ready for work, so let's jump right into it. I'm using my favorite three primers. Y'all know Revlon Prime Plus, Elf Thirst Burst, and Shop Miss A Cosmic Cowgirl. Been loving these three primers for the entire month of August. Those were the only three primers that I used. And today's look will be a very simple look. I'll just be doing my definition of underpainting, which I try to make it as simple as possible for myself. Yeah, but these three primers, especially the Revlon primer, and I feel like Revlon is a drugstore brand that really doesn't get talked about a lot. But I know once I finish this primer, then I'm definitely going to pick up another one. It's very moisturizing and I feel like it blurs my pores really well. So it's a primer that I know I will pick up. And I think this is an Essence color corrector in the shade orange. Had some situations going on there. So I just decided to color correct just a little bit. I'm not a huge fan of color correcting. I have some people ask me why I don't do it often, only because I don't like to color correct because I feel like it will transfer into my foundation, concealer, my makeup in general. So I rather not, especially I feel like if I have a full coverage foundation, then color correcting, will skip out. So I'm taking a palette that I've used like the entire month of August, and it's a discontinued palette. I'm so sorry, by Too Faced, and it's called The Kitty Likes to Scratch. You might can find it on eBay. Can y'all believe that eBay is still a thing? Until recently, about a couple of weeks ago, I was just looking online, and I'm like, oh. eBay still exists? I remember I used to order from eBay like crazy. So that's crazy that I just got away from it and kind of didn't even realize that it still exists, but it does. So you'll be able to find like discontinued palettes and stuff like that on eBay if you're willing to kind of trust the vendor or whatever. So I'm just using a brown shade, and I think I took like a gold shade and kind of popped that in the middle to give me a little bit of just a pop of color. Today's look for church was, of course, very simple and straight to the point, kind of, you know. And this is just my relaxing time of any morning that I decide that I'm going to do makeup. It's just a relaxing time for me. Like, I feel like, I don't know if you guys feel like me, but I just feel like some days, like, I could just live in my beauty room, guys. Like, I could just live in there, and then my kids will be like, Mom, where are you? And I'm in the beauty room, and like, I'm not doing anything interesting, but I'm just in there relaxing and playing in makeup. So I took my finger because I felt like I could warm up the color corrector as well as like rub some of the product off my finger so it wasn't. And as you can see, this Essence, a very affordable drugstore color corrector, was very pigmented. So I'm taking my Juvia'splace eyeliner in uh Noor to give me a slight wing. You all know I'm not one for a heavy duty wing, like winged out, extra thick, extra full. No, I just give enough to on my lash line, and so that it can get ready for my eyelashes. And I've been loving this liner. It has lasted me quite a while. I know it'll be time for me to repurchase soon, but I would say I've had this for at least 5 or 6 months, and I use it not every day, but I use it a lot. I use it a lot to think that it should have dried out by now or like been complete, but it hasn't. So yeah, and then I will go in with my concealer. So I'm thinking, nope, that's the gold shade I use for the middle of my lid because I just wanted a little sparkle in the middle just to give my eyes something to just pop. When you do like a brown all over and you put like a gold shade in the middle or maybe like a whatever, just a lighter shade to make the kind of gives that halo effect, if you will. Yeah, and I just been doing the most. When I look at the clock and I see that I got a little time left over, like I'm always doing the most. So this is golden, medium golden in Neutrogena, and this is probably one of my favorite drugstore concealers. And y'all know that I've been using that Wet n Wild Incognito in the shade Medium Golden, and that is what it reminds me of. But it also reminds me of a high-end concealer, this Neutrogena, which would be like the Nars Creamy Radiant. So yeah, that Neutrogena is top tier. I'm also using some of my Fenty Hydrating Concealer in the shade 400N, and of course paired with none other than my favorite bronzer, and it's the Essence Bronzer Stick in the shade Hazelnut Hug. This is my definition of underpainting. I have to apply step by step, or blend out, I should say, step by step. I cannot like put it all on my face and blend it all together at one time. Like I have to like go step by step, step by step, day by day. I don't know the rest of the song, but anyway, that's what I have to do. So then I'm taking my L'Oreal pressed powder and I'm just going to clean up my crease. And I'm doing little steps in between the concealer sitting there because I'm just giving the concealer time to really uh, not necessarily dry, but just afford me more coverage. Like more coverage. The longer you let your concealer dry without it drying out sitting there, you know what I mean? Just let it just dry just a little bit, then it's going to give you a little bit more coverage if you need it. If you need it, by all means. If you don't need it, then go ahead and blend it out instantly. But I know I needed a little bit more coverage, just a little bit more coverage to stay right here. I'm taking my Wet n Wild, my favorite Wet n Wild blending brush. My favorite blending brush, period, for eyeshadow is the Wet n Wild blending brush. I spray with my MAC Fix Plus multitasking spray. But I don't know if I have ever told you guys, but MAC has a Fix Plus setting spray, and they have a Fix Plus multitasking spray, which is you spray in between your makeup application, before, after. It is exactly what it says. It is a multitasking spray, and that's what I'm using. So I'm just taking my favorite multi brush. I don't morph multi brush. I'm taking my favorite Morphe brush. I forgot the name, the number right now, but I've been using that all week also. So I'm just using that to blend out the concealer. I'm a lover of concealer, blending it out with a brush. The sponge is okay. A little triangle thing is okay, but a brush, oh man, y'all see how it's just melting in my skin? It just melts in my skin like none other. And today we're using powder today. I think I'm using the one size powder, and it's dark one. I have the shade dark one. I'm just going to spray with some more. Oh yeah, one size. Just going to spray some more with my MAC setting spray. And you all know when I do powder, like I'm just using powder, no foundation, I always spray with some type of setting spray and then go in with my powder, because that's going to give me more coverage, and then it becomes, my powder becomes my foundation, if that makes sense. I have powder foundation. Like I have never like went in with just powder, no setting spray, while using the powder as foundation only with no foundation, on. So I like to use a setting spray. And right here, you can see it didn't cover a lot. I was trying not to go in super duper heavy with the powder. I didn't want a cakey look. I wanted the powder, but I didn't want the powder to be full coverage. You get me? Like, I was being very light-handed, because I was like, I'm okay with my imperfections at the moment. We're working on our skin. We might have a breakout, cause a little dark mark. We work on it. We correct it. But for one, like, if it shows, it shows. Like, I don't feel no type of way about it still showing, because we're human, and I want people to get out of you need a filter to talk to me. You need a filter to show a picture of yourself. You need a filter for everything instead of people just like really just being themselves. I am what I am. This is how I look. How I look is how I look, with or without makeup, and just be comfortable in your own skin. Filters are good. I mean, they make looking at pictures or maybe looking at videos more appealing because a lot of people have in their head that smooth skin and is better to look at than just like normal skin with people with breakouts or maybe blemishes. And I so hope that eventually we as people get away from that need to put a filter on everything. So yeah, I took my essence powder and my trio powder, my new favorite setting powder, to set everything. And then I'm looking for something as usual. Y'all know I wouldn't be me, not if I wasn't looking for something all the time, all the time, all the time. I'm taking my MAC lip primer to prime my lips, and then we're gonna get ready to do the lips. So my Essence bronzer, matte bronzer, not Essence, I Heart Revolution bronzer in the shade Mocha. It's discontinued. Sorry. I love to use discontinued stuff, as you can see. I just have a lot of good things in my collection that are now discontinued, and I do apologize for that. So I'm just taking a big fluffy brush and just blending it upwards. And I love to go to church on Sundays. Like going to church on Sundays just sets the tone for my week and just gives me a really good, start of my week. So I really enjoy going to church, praise and worship to start my week off. So I'm using my She Glam blush trio to just give me a pop of blush. Been obsessed with this blush palette. Like I haven't put it down. And if you know me, then you also know that I'm not a heavy duty blush person. But this is one I can't put down. I tried. I'm like, Nana. And I keep reaching for it. So if y'all see me blushing, then just know that I use my She Glam to blush it on out. So I'm using my LYS and Devoted lip liner. And then, of course, I'm going to pair it with my Huda Beauty lip stain in warm brown because that's another item that I can't get away from. Like, get away from it, Nana. Get away, let it go. I say NYX is also, I know CoverGirl came out with lip stains, and now I see NYX is coming out with some. I know the Huda is like, I think it was like 30 something dollars, maybe 20 something. Is it 30 something? I don't know. So at least the NYX and the CoverGirl girl would be a little bit more affordable. So I'm only going to try out the brown shades. So I'll try the brown shades to see how they are. So be looking forward for that video. And I usually like to take the Huda and do like the inner parts of my lips so that I can get kind of like that pouty type lip effect. And as you can see, my face is real plain and basic. And this is an NYX Milky Lip Gloss in the shade Salted Caramel. So I gotta shake it up because as you can see, I was digging in my stash that day. I'm always just digging in my stash. So digging in my stash, and I used to love these. I used to absolutely love these lip gloss. And next, I will get ready to spray my face, I assume, with my L'Oreal spray because my face looks all the way done. Does it not? What am I about to do? Oh, I found a Milani. I'm sorry I didn't show you guys. A Milani like eyeshadow stick, and as you can see, it's this gold shade, and I wanted more of a pop of gold in the center, so that's where that comes from. It's a Milani. I don't forget the name of it, but it'll be in the description box. Eyeshadow stick. So I'm just taking a fluffy brush to pop that in, and then I'm going to spray with my L'Oreal spray. And thank you all so much for tuning in with me today. I really enjoyed this very simple, classy, church approved makeup look. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. And of course, I'm going to catch you in my next video. So just stay tuned to the end and you'll see the completed look. Bye, guys. And if you enjoyed, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, because what I like to say, it helps my channel a lot. If you want to help me on YouTube, just thumbs up the video. That's all you got to do. Bye, y'all.